I'm Marla Barnes with the Hydro Group for Penwell, and we're here at the Waterpower Week in Washington event. And I'm here with the big winner of the Outstanding Stewards of America's Waters Award. This is an award that the National Hydropower Association gives each year to deserving recipients. Darrell Townsend is with me today. Darrell is with the Grand River Dam Authority. And Darrell, you all are a winner of this project in the area of public education. Tell me a little bit about the project that you're doing.
Yeah, well, first of all, on behalf of the Grand River Dam Authority, I'd like to thank the National Hydropower Association for this prestigious award. But this award and this project actually began about 11 years ago, and we were trying to figure out ways to prevent anglers from using the traditional practice of going around the shoreline and cutting down trees. And then they would essentially take those trees and sink them into the lake for fishing structure, so they could come back and fish over those and increase their odds of catching popular game fish.
And I imagine that causes soil erosion problem.
It does. It does. That certainly causes problems around the shoreline, as you can imagine. Erosion, you mentioned. It also takes away habitat that other species could utilize along the shore. So we were tasked with coming up with a way that could get our anglers involved and not only try to improve the habitat, but also educate the general public about shorelines and proper management to improve water quality.
And in this 11 years that you've been doing the program called Rush for Brush, which I think is a great name, it has really grown.
It has grown. Originally, year one, we started out with a very few number of volunteers. And I will say, when we first started the program, we were told you will never get any volunteers to be able to come out and implement this program. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to contact the prisons and see if you can get prisoners to come out, for the labor to come out. And so we sort of took that as a challenge and really started and tried to promote the Rush for Brush program. And originally we only had about 20 or so anglers that participated in the original Rush for Brush, which was a very labor-intensive process where you carried buckets of concrete, cinder blocks, and it took us all day essentially to make about 56 structures. Wow. And you mentioned as we grew, we kind of refined the process. The popularity grew, the number of volunteers began to expand. And today we have over 100 volunteers that, on average, that show up to each event. And many of those are repeat volunteers, but some of those are new, and we continue to get new volunteers every year. And so it's really a very neat process. Up to today, so today we actually are able to develop nearly 1,100 structures in about a 2-hour period.
That's amazing.
So that's how far it's evolved from the original Rush for Brush that we did about 11 years ago.
You know, I think a lot of people don't realize the importance of benefits to the entire watershed that utilities do. So not only do you produce hydroelectricity, but you also really take care of the environment and the water resource. Yeah,
that's exactly right. You know, that's really the big component of my position within GRDA. We've really brought a new focus to conservation and restoration issues. And that's sort of where our department comes in. And our main focus is on improving water quality. You know, that's important not only for the fishery that we're talking about today, but it's also a key component in the economic development for the region. Because if you don't have good water, then people are going to find other lakes to go to. So our ultimate goal is to improve water quality for the waters under our control.
Well, and winning this national award, that's quite a recognition for the work you're doing. Congratulations on that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for
been
sharing
a pleasure.
With us.
All right. Thanks,
Darrell.